Twin flame myths and misunderstandings. We're just gonna.
Hello, we're twin flames, Adam and Brienne. We're in a harmonious union. We've been married for 5 years. If you needed an introduction, if you haven't been around for a while, sometimes it's nice with one of
It
them.
is. You might be a newcomer to our channel.
There you go.
Hmm.
Today we'll be talking about twin flame myths and misunderstandings, which is also a good one to recap.
It is.
There you go.
So just gonna dive into the very first one, and that is twin flames are not always easy or toxic. All right, so there's some truth to this, and also it's a myth. All
Mhm.
right, and that twin flames can appear and experience toxicity in their union if they don't have an understanding of what their twin flame is to them. And I find that the biggest problem that people, especially when you're awakening to the fact that you have a twin flame, a lot of people try to approach it from how they approach a regular relationship. And when you do that, because that's not how your twin flame union is designed to function, you're going to find that there is toxicity. But once twin flames understand who they are to each other, which is your direct mirror reflections of one another, and you're here to support support each other into growing into the best version of yourselves, and you have the right tools to do the healing work, then you come to find that there is ease in your union and it's not toxic. It's actually very peaceful and harmonious. And it's just the challenges that you're going to move through with your twin flame. Those could be perceived as toxic or maybe even experienced as toxic, but they're not. I'm going to say more to this.
Every time I wanted to say something, you're like, oh, I'm like, oh, okay, here you said
You just got to say it. Oh, that's
it.
funny. See, twin flames.
Exactly right.
Same wavelength, same consciousness. It's funny because sometimes I'll like have this thought. I don't know, like it'd be something random, and then you'll just like come in the room and you'll say, "Hey, da 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 da, this thing," and I'll be like,
Yeah,
twin flames.
said it. Yeah. So yeah, it's possible to live harmoniously with your twin flame. It doesn't have to be toxic, unhealthy, or
Mhm.
difficult. Yeah.
Exactly.
There is fights, there is things like any other relationship,
Hmm.
though with, very different rules, very different relationship, but it can be very harmonious, can be very healthy.
Right. Yeah. Because like with a just a regular relationship, someone that's not your twin flame, you can relax in the sense of they're most likely not going to encourage you to grow at a soul's level. They're going to encourage you to grow, but not in the depths of your soul.
You're not living with your perfect mirror.
Exactly.
They're not always going to mirror your soul,
Hmm.
your insides to you, which can sometimes be a bit difficult,
Hmm.
sometimes a bit triggering. Eh,
Sometimes.
not gonna lie, not gonna lie. But if you have the right tools, you can definitely. It doesn't have to be hard.
Hmm.
So
When we say the right tools, what we have used to be in harmonious union together is the teachings of union and the mirror exercise. And the teachings of union is just that. It teaches you union with the divine, God, whatever you prefer to call it, union with yourself, which then equals union with your twin flame.
yeah, it teaches you union consciousness rather than I feel like a lot what you see out there is like separation consciousness, right? So it
Hmm.
teaches you how to live in union
It
consciousness.
does. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, and so I feel like did we cover everything for that point?
yeah.
Yeah. So just know that if you're experiencing difficulty with your twin flame or something that appears to be toxic, also to just add in here as well, like, toxicity, it can have a wide range of what we may perceive as toxic or what you feel. Like if you're experiencing abusive situations, boundary.
Not okay.
Never okay. If your twin flame is emotionally, physically, any way, shape, or form abusing you and anyone in your life, boundary. Get the law involved if you need to. Like, never, ever accept that. But what we're speaking to is like general my twin flame blocked me, or my twin flame's ignoring me, my twin flame,
Your
said
general
some.
mirroring, like,
Exactly. That's what we're speaking to
yeah.
here, right? But if there's anything that's unsafe in your union, ensure your safety first, and then you can relax into your healing.
Yeah, and then you can heal the things that come up, right? Like that's always encouraged. But yeah, you would
Mhm.
safety first, always, right?
Exactly. Number two, it's not about obsession or control. So it feels like with this one is that, you know, especially once again, if you're new to the twin flame journey, you've newly awakened to the fact that you have a twin flame and you're just in awe over maybe you've met your person, there can be a feeling of obsession and like you can't stop thinking about them. You want to be close to them, like they're just on your heart and mind all the time. And it can feel like a obsession, but know that that's not how twin flames are designed to function. And so it's okay. I experienced this for myself. I had a false twin flame in the beginning, and I did experience that for myself, like that obsessive thoughts and feelings and things of that. It felt unhealthy, but it was just something that I had to let myself experience and move through. It's really just you have this, the reason it happens is you have this taste of something that you've never experienced before. And so when that taste of that thing, it keeps you wanting more, right? Like it's, I don't know, you could compare it to anything that you just like, oh my God, I gotta have this, and it can give you that sense of obsession, but that's not how the twin flame journey and how it's going to be in your union. And so that's why the healing is so important, is because if you're feeling obsessed with your twin flame, or you're feeling, if you're watching this and you feel that they're obsessed with you, that's it's not healthy, it's not grounded. And so you're going to find that there's space provided between the two of you, which is probably why, you may be experiencing physical separation, because that's not a healthy dynamic and that's not how you're meant to function together. But as you heal through that and you really ground into the peace and the natural essence that is your twin flame, then you two can be together in harmony. And it's also too not control. Do you want to speak on the control piece?
Yeah, I feel like what you said there though, like, you found this thing you haven't
Like
experienced.
tasted before,
Yeah,
right?
so it kind of like seems a bit like illogical, or like, well, now I'm kind of like having to not focus on it then, like that seems like what you're saying, but
Right.
yes, that's exactly what you're saying. It's like you're like now you're focused, because what it is that you're supposed to be doing is focusing on yourself, because that's where you build your union,
Mhm.
right? Within, because like, but that's not natural for human beings. What's natural is like, oh, I got this thing now. I need to go out and get it. I need to, yeah, control it, go out there and like try to get it. And
Right.
yeah.
Well, I feel like I can add here too. If you're already spiritually, you have a foundation, spiritually speaking. So the reason why that happens is it's not the person that you're obsessed with, it's the energy that come forth through them to awaken you. And that's divine unconditional love. And that's what we all are supposed to experience on a daily as divine beings. But if you're completely numbed out and in a state of separation, that divine taste will come through that person to shake you awake. And so you're going to think that it's them that you're obsessed with. But in spiritual truth, you're obsessed with that energy that come through them. And what you're needing to do is what Adam is saying is that energy is actually inside of you. But you could only experience it through them because you were numbed out to yourself. I know that's a bit of a brain
It
twister.
is.
But if you're spiritually, if you have a foundation, you're going to understand exactly what I'm saying. And if you don't understand, it's okay. Just hang out with us and it will make sense
We'll get
as it
there. We'll
does.
get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so it's not gonna, seem very logical, because this is like the opposite of what we do,
Hmm.
out in the world. But no, we don't. We usually go out there and like try to get the person right, like,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we turn within.
Hmm.
There's going to be feelings, right? I need to get this person, right? Obsession, all these feelings coming up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love yourself, right? You got to be
exactly.
with yourself,
Hmm.
turn within. But that's boring. I need to go get them. But they're over there doing all these things that I know I need to get in the way of that, or they're over there dating someone else. Nah, that's not what we need to do. We need
Hmm.
to focus within still.
Right.
So yeah, that's quite a process. But this is stuff we help people with, so
Yes.
don't worry. We got you.
Yeah.
So
This is a journey of
mm,
self-love and self-discovery. You're going
yeah,
to think that it's all about them and it's going to feel that way, but it's really not. But in
yeah,
you relaxing into your self-discovery and your self-love, it does become all about them, meaning
yeah,
that they're in your life with you and you're
yeah.
living a life together.
And we've been through this whole
Oh,
process,
yes,
so
we
we
have.
got you.
We're
We got
very
you.
seasoned here.
Very seasoned. Yeah.
Okay, last one. Everyone has only one true twin flame. And I mean, well, that's accurate.
That is accurate.
That's not a myth or a misunderstanding, so to speak.
You can't change your if you have one, you can't change it out.
You cannot. And as coaches, I've had so many people come to me over the years. We've been doing this since 2018 and asking me like, just questions along the lines of, can my twin flame, switch bodies, or well, my twin flame did this and now they're, but that's not possible because the soul and the body, they come as it like comes together.
Yeah.
And so, you're only going to have one twin flame, which is your, unless it's a very rare, and I know I've heard this before. Our spiritual teachers, Jeff and Shalia, they are three, right? They're twin flames. They have a daughter. But even in that, and they've talked about there sometimes can be seven, but you're only going to have like one of those is going to be your lover, like your romantic counterpart, right? And so in rare instances, it can be, but still, yet, if you are awake to the fact that you have a twin flame, and even if you know them, that's your twin flame. And they're not going to change, right? It's always going to be them for you. And so you can relax in knowing that none of this, strange thing is going to happen for you. Like your twin flame is your twin flame, and they're there, they are yours for eternity.
It's true.
Did you want to add anything else to that?
Well, that's just how it is. So it's just a matter of relaxing into that. Even if it's someone you don't want at this present time, like just relax and, enjoy the journey and
Mm-hmm.
focus on yourself right now. You
Mm-hmm.
don't need to think so much about that on the outside
What
right
do you
now.
mean by someone that you don't want? What do you mean by
Well,
that?
maybe you have some beef with this person right now. Maybe there's some like animosity or some like issues that this person.
Yeah,
I don't want this person and they're, all this
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
like maybe you're hitting it off really well, and you're like, we've got a really odd, deep connection, but God, you trigger me,
Hmm.
right? And you're like, but I don't want it to be you because I'm so triggered by you.
Yeah,
Well, you can't change your twin flame.
yeah.
That goes back to what we were saying in the beginning is
Yeah.
that as you just heal
Hmm.
and you love yourself, that romance with your twin flame is going to bloom, and those challenges and things will actually turn into beautiful gifts in your union and a very deep, passionate romance between the two of you.
Good,
All
good stuff.
right. Any closing comments? No?
I think we said it all.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week in the next video.